Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming and watching my recording. Sorry I wasn't in class this week. I just wanted to show you guys what to expect this week, what our plans are, your expectations. Okay, this week we are starting on week 8. Once you log into your course, please make sure you always read those wonderful announcements where it says Physical Education Week 8 because it shows you exactly what is expected and what's turned in for the week. Okay, so what is our plan for this week? This week our plan is to do the week 6 PE logs. So you're going to click on PE logs on the left-hand side. As you remember, PE logs week 5 through 8. You're going to click on that. You're going to type in what you do for week 6, your activities. Remember, active living counts. Okay, you're going to hit save after you type those in. So remember, always hit save answers after I type in the box, and I always have it dated for you. We will submit for grading after week 8. So this week you're going to type in your stuff and hit save answers. That's the first thing off your checklist to do. Our assignment this week, we're still in Unit 2, Fitness Fundamentals. You're going to click on number 2 where it says Fitness Components. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go through this lesson. It kind of has your objectives here where you're going to list 5 components of physical fitness, which I'm going to show you. Give examples of behaviors for each component and then apply the FIT principles to each fitness component. So that's your plan. After you watch this, I want you to go through the fitness components unit and just read all the great information. The assignment we're turning in is called the components assignment. You'll click on that. And right here, you can, where you click Components of Fitness Assignment, you can click on that and you can save that to your desktop. If you have a problem during that, check your K-mail that I sent out yesterday because I did attach that assignment in your K-mail, so you can download it from there also. Once you complete that assignment, you are going to turn it into the Dropbox. And let me show you my Dropboxes. I know yours look different on the other side, but you're going to turn it into the Components Assignment Dropbox. That's where you're turning that in. Now, that's the only assignment you're turning in this week is components assignment. You're going to save your PE logs, and then you're also going to do your attendance quiz, and I'll go over that in just a little bit. Okay, so let me just show you. Okay, we're talking this week about 5 components of physical fitness, as you see right here. And I know I miss you guys. I know I'm not in class with you, but you can read over this. It talks about cardiovascular endurance. Okay, and you can read the information here. It says the ability of the heart, lungs, and blood vessels to take in, transport, and use oxygen over time. Examples of cardiovascular endurance: running, aerobics, swimming. Those are just examples where you're constant motion. Maybe you're running a marathon. That's an example of cardio endurance. Okay, the next component is muscle strength. And muscle strength, what does that mean? The maximum amount of a weight a muscle group can lift at a time. So examples, lifting heavier weights, 8 to 12 reps. Repetitions, 2 to 3. So maybe an example would be bench pressing, curl-ups, things like that. Okay, where you're doing the bicep curl-ups, things like that are going to be your muscle strength. Okay, remember, heavier weights. Okay, the next one is muscular endurance, and a lot of people get this one confused, but this one is the amount of time a muscle group can sustain one contraction or the number of repetitions a muscle group can perform in one set. Example, light hand weights for a longer amount of time. Example that I would use is maybe I'm going to go on a jog and I'm going to carry hand weights with me. Okay, I'm going to hold some weights, but they're very light, so I'm able to run with those weights, but I'm going to hold them the whole time. Also, you hold those things for a longer time, as you see in this PowerPoint. Okay, that's muscular endurance, kind of like cardiovascular endurance, but with weights. Flexibility. This is my favorite one. A muscle's range of motion around a joint. Example of this would be stretching, yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, all of those kinds of things. My favorite thing to do is yoga. That's a great thing for flexibility. And then number 5, the last one, is body composition. The percentage of lean body mass to fat. Example of this, eating a low-fat, low-calorie diet and exercising regularly. Okay, body composition. All right, so we went over those 5 things, like I said, and you also can find this great information, like I said, in number 2, where it's talking about fitness components. You can read over the lesson in the course. Okay, so you're wondering, what's the attendance quiz going to be? And I'm going to send this out also in KMail. So you're actually probably watching this in KMail. Okay, the attendance quiz, remember you're going to click on week 8 on the left-hand side at the very bottom, and then you're going to pick these. For example, number 1, which of these is not an example of cardiovascular endurance? A, stretching, B, swimming, C, running, or D, aerobics, which is not an example. Number 2, the difference between muscle strength and muscular endurance is that for muscle endurance, you hold the weight for a longer time. B, you don't use weights. C, you eat while you're lifting weights. And D, you do a lot more of repetitions. Okay, next one, last 3 questions. Which of these is not an example of an exercise that can increase flexibility? A, wacky jacks, and we've done those in class, and we're going to do them probably in a few weeks. Those are a lot of fun. B, yoga, C, stretching, or D, Pilates, which is not an example of flexibility. Okay, number 4, which of these behaviors could help you achieve a lean body composition? Okay, your choices are A, an outing with family and friends, B, eating donuts, C, a day off from school, or D, exercising regularly. Okay, what's an example of that? Okay, and then the most important thing, flex, F-L-E-X, is your password for the week. I'm sorry, guys, I missed you guys. I will see you next week. Remember, reach out if you need anything. I just want to show you too, before I close this up, let me open up what the assignment looks like for this week, just because I wanted to go through it with you guys. Okay, so remember the assignment is 5 components of physical fitness assessment. You can find this in your course, or you can find it in the KMail. This is what you're turning in. So you can type actually in this form. You're going to hit File, Save As, and you're going to put your name, and you can just name it 5 components, and you're going to put this assignment in the Dropbox. Okay, so it just has some questions about all of the things that we talked about, the 5 components. It's asking about cardio endurance, cardiovascular endurance. What activities do you currently do? Okay, so you can just type in whatever you do. Maybe you're a runner, whatever you do right now. And then it's just going to ask you to rate yourself from a 1 to 10 and list 1 goal. So this is kind of also just kind of rating yourself and giving yourself a goal to move forward. Same thing with muscular endurance, and then you'll have muscular strength, flexibility. I know everybody gets confused on flexibility. Maybe you do stretching after you exercise. That's a great example. Maybe you do yoga on a regular basis. Whatever you do for flexibility. And then the last one is body composition. And it's just kind of asking you what kind of foods you eat. And this, once again, is setting some goals. We set lots of goals for ourselves in PE. So this is exactly what you're going to do pretty much here. And you can type that information here. Once you complete that, you'll hit File, Save As, like I said, your last name and 5 components, and then you'll turn this assignment into the components Dropbox. And check off, after I've done that, my attendance quiz and my PE logs for week 6 and hit Save. I am done for the week. So please reach out. If you have any questions, come visit me in office hours on Friday. I'm happy to help. You guys are doing great. I miss you this week, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.